Oh, sometimes the truth is painful.
You can't handle the truth!
Welcome to Todd's Truth, for my first episode of Todd Wrestles with the Truth, an AEW Week in Review. The next show of the week is AEW Dark, which takes place on Tuesday nights on their YouTube channel as well. So AEW now has three shows now, two on YouTube and then their one on TNT, which is, pretty good, having three separate shows all, within an hour and a half to 2 hours long. That's pretty good. Well, AEW Dark this week, one of the best things about AEW Dark, though, real quick, is Taz. His trash talking everyone is hilarious. I mean, he says some of the funniest stuff. I mean, oh my God, I laugh more at him and the stuff he says than anything else going on in the show usually. Because he is just, like I said, he's hilarious. The stuff that just comes out of that man's mouth is just something else. The first match of the night for Dark was the Chaos Project, which is Luther and Serpentico, versus John Silver and Alex Reynolds from the Dark Order. First of all, Luther just uses Serpentico as a weapon. He grabs him, he throws him into people, he uses him as a weapon to hit people with. It is some of the funniest stuff. And it's poor Serpentico just stands there and just gets used as a weapon. It's so funny. This was a good match. John Silver and Alex Reynolds have become a really good tag team now since joining the Dark Order. They're just so good together. Their tags are fluid. They know what each other's thinking. They do the thing, like a good tag team does. They when they first came into AEW, they were just they were okay. They were just being used, I think, as just squash match enhancement talent stuff. But since joining the Dark Order, they have really become a good tag team and a tag team to reckon with. This was pretty good, like I said, but it went John Silver and Alex Reynolds got the win after hitting the Dark Destroyer on Serpentico, which is a really cool move to see. Celebrating their win after was with -1, also the Dark Order, which is the son of the late Brody Lee, which is still sad to think about. But they've turned into a really good tag team. Luther and Serpentico was they're good. Luther, longtime veteran, a lot in Japan, but yeah, really good match, really fun match to watch. And the following, this was followed up by an interview with SCU, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. They're now the number one tag team contenders for the tag team titles, and they made a pact, I guess, with each other, saying that. Since Scorpio Sky got hurt, and now Scorpio Sky is doing a singles run now, it's back to Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian as the SCU tag team. And the pact that they made was if they lose even one match, they break up. They're no longer SCU, no longer tag team. So that's been interesting to watch because you don't want them to, they're not going to lose because nobody wants them to go away because they're a great tag team and they're, and everybody loves SCU. So they had the next match as well the night. It was SCU versus Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. And again, with that stipulation of breaking up, they weren't going to lose this match. Christopher Daniels does the best moonsault ever, as it's called, for the win on Jarrell Nelson. This is a crazy moonsault. It is literally, I think, the best moonsault ever. But there was no doubt that SCU was going to win this match because they're not about to lose on Dark or even Dynamite. They're not about to lose a match and break up. Maybe it'll happen sometime, but I think they should save that kind of stuff for a pay-per-view if that would ever happen. Next match was a women's match. Penelope Ford versus Miranda Elise. Hope I'm saying that right. This match was okay. It was a little slow, kind of clunky in spots. And it was basically, Penelope Ford squash match. which Penelope Ford later won the match with a fisherman suplex, which is great to see that move coming back because, since Mr. Perfect, a lot of people don't use that move anymore. And he used it as a finisher too, which Penelope Ford did here as well. But yeah, just an okay match. It wasn't a good match. It was just okay. The next match of the night was a 6-man tag team match featuring the Gun Club, which is Billy Gunn. Everybody knows who Billy Gunn is. And his 2 sons, Austin and Colton. And they formed the Gun Club, which I love that. I love that name. And versus 3 guys who are, going to lose. Rookies, jobbers, whatever you want to call them. This was a squash match for the Gun Club. The Gun Club is undefeated now, as they aren't about to lose to the enhancement talent, jobbers, rookies, whatever you want to call them. This is they get the win with their finishing move called the 310 to Yuma, which love the name. Perfect for that they act like gun, the Cowboys, the Gun Club. It's a great finisher, great name. And the next matchup was Jack Evans versus Dante Martin. Jack Evans is a really good high flyer, does a lot of high risk moves. He's also gotten himself in a little trouble lately while taking some money from Matt Hardy to attack Dark Order members, because Matt Hardy's on a rampage now because of Hangman Page he wants to destroy the Dark Order. But doing that, Jack Evans is probably going to be on the receiving end of a beating soon, a beatdown really soon, because there's a lot of Dark Order members, and it's just him and his tag team partner, unless he's going to go run and help have Matt Hardy and his group try and protect him. But a real shocker here is Dante Martin is 19 years old. He just turned 20, the youngest person assigned to AEW. And he's a rookie, but him and his brother, who's currently out injured right now, along with Jack Evans, his partner, who is injured as well, Dante Martin is really good. He had some great moves in this. Like one of the moves was he got thrown into the metal barrier, but he did a flip over the metal barrier, so he didn't touch it. Yeah, I was like, what the? So it was good. And it was a shocker because I could have sworn that Jack Evans was going to win this match. But Dante Martin got the win. So that was really a shocker. He hit a Canadian Destroyer on Jack Evans on the outside, which, ouch. Yeah, I don't care. That looked painful. Then he rolled him back inside, then hits Jack Evans with a 450 splash from the top rope for the 1-2-3. Which I was really surprised. I thought for sure Jack Evans was going to win this. Then Jack Evans' tag team partner, Angelico, who I thought was still injured, who hadn't come back yet officially, at least I didn't think he had. He ran out and started attacking Dwayne Martin from the back. Attacked him from behind, sorry. And then Dante is getting beat up, and Dante, his brother Darius, who's also hurt and not cleared to wrestle, runs out and makes the save. So that was a little confusing, because you had two partners who were fighting, 2 other partners who were supposed to be hurt, and were both there and had to make the save for each other's partner. So that was a little confusing at a time when you're like, wait, are they even cleared to be there? The next matchup was Brian Cage versus Brandon Cutler for the FTW Championship, which Brian Cage holds, which was given to him by Taz. Taz is the last holder as well of that championship. And Brandon Cutler's become pretty good. He's become a good wrestler. Got a lot of speed, some really good moves, but yeah, Brian Cage is just a walking mountain of muscles. And I don't think there was any way that Brandon Cutler could have overcome the pure strength of Brian Cage, and which Brian Cage wins this match. But it was it really came out of nowhere, the ending of this thing, because you wouldn't have seen it coming. Because Brandon Cutler went to the top rope to do I think it was a crossbody or something. And when he jumped in midair, Brian Cage caught him in midair and then finished him with his finishing move, the drill claw, which was something to see when he catches a person. And Brandon Cutler's not a small dude either, but he caught him out of midair and then you did the drill claw on him for the 1-2-3. Really impressive match by Brian Cage. And Brandon Cutler was no slouch in it either. He showed some pretty good moves, but again, Brian Cage is a walking mountain of muscle. So it was going to be hard to get away over that guy. The next match was a women's match with Ashley Vox versus Alexa Garcia. This was an okay match between two new people to AEW. So it was kind of like, it's good to see, like more. I don't know if they're exactly rookies, but this is the first matches I think I've seen them in. So, rookies to AEW, I'll say. But really good. I mean, good match. Okay. You could tell that they're still kind of feeling out. They're kind of green still. But Ashley Vox, I think came out of nowhere. The win did for her. She hooked in a fish hook submission move and got her first win in AEW. So Vox's was that. But yeah, it came out of nowhere because up until that point, I thought Alex Garcia was doing most of the damage in this match. But then that's what a submission will do. I mean, if you got a good submission and you can lock it in, that'll take care of it. The next match was Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss versus another couple of enhancement talent rookies, whatever you want to call them. Which they're okay. I mean, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss, they're okay wrestlers. They're not exactly my style, but they're just okay. The match was just okay. And of course, Janela and Kiss got the victory because, I think this was a squash match for them, or at least just for them to win it. The next match was JD Drake versus Fuego del Sol. JD Drake got the win in this match after a massive kick to Fuego del Sol's face. I don't know if it was just a kick or if he was kind of like a diving kick to the face, but it happened so quickly and it happened off a rebound of a rope that it happened and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? And then it was the 1-2-3. Next match of the night was QT Marshall versus, another rookie. Build up QT Marshall and his ongoing storyline with Cody. He's been going through, I don't know if it's been completely a heel turn or if he's just been, I don't know, like not feeling appreciated, I guess is what you could say. So, he challenged Cody to a match next week, this next Wednesday on Dynamite. But QT Marshall wins this match after hitting the Diamond Cutter, which was, it was given to him by Diamond Dallas Page, who said he could, use his Diamond Cutter. And he used it quite effectively to get the win. And then here was a big singles female match was next because it saw, I think, the return of the Bunny to her first, I think this was her first match in a while that she hasn't been, it's good to see her back against Jasmine Allure. And it's great to see her back wrestling again instead of just being a manager on the outside for Butcher and Blade, because she's a good wrestler. She was a good wrestler and Impact too. So it's great to see her back. Bunny wins this match with her finishing move, Down the Rabbit Hole, it's called. This was a good match. It was a squash match, but it was great to see Bunny back in wrestling because, like I said, she's a good wrestler. The next match of the night was a 6-man tag team match featuring the Dark Order, which was Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson versus some more enhancement talent, rookies, whatever you want to call them. Nothing bad there. They're there to learn. They're there to, and you got like Colt Cabana, what a veteran he is. And Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, great tag team. So you put those three together, man, they are good. But twice during this match, two of these rookies tried to mouth off to Colt Cabana, and both times he punched him in the face. So don't mouth off to Colt Cabana. Yeah, punch right in the face. It was hilarious. I mean, don't piss the guy off. Evil Uno, like I said, and Stu Grayson are a really good tag team. And, Colt Cabana added to that. Yeah, they're good. And it was a fun match to watch with the Dark Order getting the win with the fatality. 3 good wrestlers. The next match of the night was a tag team featuring the Nightmare Factory, which is Cody Rhodes' training facility in Atlanta, which he co-owns with QT Marshall and with Glacier. If anybody remembers Glacier from the old WCW, it was Nick Camarado and Aaron Solo versus Angel Fashion and D3. These are both rookie tag teams. This is one thing that's good about Dark is getting to show off, like Elevation is doing now. It's like building up these rookies to become better wrestlers, and so they can get in that training and in that camera time, so they can learn better to what to do. And it's like it was a great match. This Nick Camarado is again another dude who's just big. He's a big dude, man, with a lot of muscles. I think he's somebody to watch. I think he's going to be a big star in AEW, because you can just tell he's got that that thing about him that you're like, dude, this guy's going to be good. And he was trained by QT Marshall, which is at the Monster Factory in New Jersey first, before QT Marshall went to Atlanta and hooked up with Cody Rhodes and Glacier to co-own the Nightmare Factory, professional wrestling training facility now in Atlanta. So I guess Nick Camarado came with him, or came there too now, and is now with AEW. So Nick Camarado and Aaron Solo get the win after Camarado does a power slam. Solo then does the pedigree. It was essentially a modified pedigree for the 1, 2, 3. The next match is a singles match between Cesar Bononi and John Schuyler. This is ultimately a squash match for Cesar because, he literally got the win, and I think it was 3 minutes. So yeah, it's a squash match. And so the next episode of AEW Dark will be Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on AEW's YouTube channel. And we'll see you next week for a week in review of AEW.